Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack here on the special Monday program. It's Veterans Day, November the 11th, 2019. We're going to look at the 8th and ninth race from Aqueduct, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Special Veterans Day Monday program from Aqueduct, which I quite like. Problem is nobody has off on Veterans Day anymore, so it's, the handle might not be as good as it would be Columbus Day weekend or even President's weekend, or Labor Day weekend, but still you're going to see some decent money here. It's an all-around great card also, so make sure you play it. And I looked at these few races on the program, and I couldn't decide between the 8th and ninth race to look for YouTube, so I decided I want to just look at both of them. So we're going to look at races 8 and 9 here from Aqueduct, and the 8th race is a very exciting race. The 8th, it's main special weight per $70,000, race for maidens 2-year-olds here. We have 10 2-year-olds going one lap around the Aqueduct main track, which is 1,800 meters in circumference, or the 1 mile and 1/8 trip on that main track. 1 mile 1/8 here. And it's very rare that you see mile and eighth 2-year-old races in this country anymore. You have the Demoiselle and the occasional race at Churchill, very occasional race, or the occasional race at Gulfstream. But other than that, these mile and eighth races are quite rare. So when you see them, you better look at them, because it wouldn't surprise me if you see some of these horses end up in the Derby Trail next year. With that being said, I love a horse here. I'm going to take the 3-horse vintage print. I'm going to go 3-4-7-5 in the Superfecta. 3-4-7-5 Super. Top selection of 3-horse vintage print. This 2-year-old colt by Curlin. Chad Brown trains. Gets Javier Castellano up. Blinkers on today, which I would think will be the saving grace with this horse. His most recent outing, his debut, came at Belmont on the 5th of October. 1 mile main special weight, 75,000. He finished 6th by 5.5 lengths. He didn't break all that well, and he really never got the good turn of foot. It just wasn't the day to win, but if you watch the replay, he really never concentrated on the run and was just very lazy that day. It looked like it was, a lot of true Atlantics, and wasn't, he needed the race for experience. I think coming here 2 turns, which he's bred for, through and through, I think it'll improve a lot. They must think highly of the horse. Well, they should think highly of the horse, because they bought it for $1.8 million at the Keeneland September 2018 sale, so he has a tall order ahead of him. But since the last race, he's been training with Belmont quite nicely. A 5-furlong workout, a minute flat with blinkers on, second best workout 28, and a 5-furlong workout at Belmont, 101 and 2/5 of a second, second best workout 9.5 mile drill, and 49 and 2, 37th best workout out of 55. That was the first work since the race. But like I said, I think blinkers on, 2 turns, drawn a lot better here. I think he's going to really get a good run. 7-2, let's take him. My thoughts on him today: he's either going to run a massive race or not. I'm going to take the shot. He's going to run a massive race. He's going to get some money from me. So to recap my selection for the 8th from Aqueduct, I'm going to go with the 3-horse vintage print. I'm going to go 3-4-7-5 in the Superfecta. Race number 9 from Aqueduct. It's an allowance optional claimer per $70,000. Race for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. New York breds here. Field of 7 horses going to the inner turf course, distance of ground of 1,700 meters, or the 1 mile and 1/16 trip on that inner turf course. 1,700 meters, a mile 1/16. The top selection, I'm going to take a shot with the 5-horse Fetching. We'll go 5-1-2-3 in the Superfecta. 5-1-2-3 Super. Top selection, 5-horse Fetching. 3 filly by Fleet Alex. Mark Cassie trains. Declan Carroll, the apprentice, gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 4th of October at Belmont. 1 mile on the wider and Ops 40 claimer. The horse finished 4th by 3 3/4 lengths there. She was very wide that day. She needed that extra turn of foot, but I thought she ran a decent 4th that day. A lot of those horses are coming back from that race, are running in today's run, but she improved off that race, because before that she ran Saratoga on the Mellon, 20th of August, mile 16th, Ops 40, finished 7th by 11 1/4, 7.5 lengths, and she just had nothing that day. Was wide throughout and just never showed up. And then maybe it was a quick turnaround, because 20 days earlier she ran the Saratoga Dew, a mile and 1/8, once around the main track. She's bred to get some dirt, but she did not handle it that day. She finished 6th by 35.5 lengths. She was actually 2-1, a little over 2, actually a little under 3-1 there, excuse me, and she just never really moved and hit the wall, and she was just a very tired horse late. Before that, against State Breds in the Lounge Race, Saratoga, mile 8th on the Mellon, she won by a nose. She was all out late, but she got the job done. And then before that, Belmont, she was all out. She got a 3rd place finish, closing up well. The inner turf course here at Aqueduct can play towards closers. A 10-1, a little bit of pace in this one. I think she could get a good run, so I'm going to take the shot with her. Same like the race before. This horse is either going to run a massive race or not. I'm gonna do a very nice. I'm gonna do a double with the seventh and with the eighth and ninth race here. I'm gonna do a straight double. Starting with race 8, 3, and 5. So, play for $5 or $10, whatever you want to play it for. I'm gonna probably play it for 20, but that's what I'm gonna do. But I really like this horse. Like I said, he's either going to mass race or not. But to recap my selection for the ninth from Aqueduct, gonna take the 5-horse fetching. We'll go 5, 1, 2, 3 in the Superfecta. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Cat 5. Good luck, everybody.